A friend of mine had a brother. He was a little older than me, 5 or 6 years old to be exact. And I think when I was in middle school, around the 7th or 8th grade, he was already a graduating senior. And he was poor, came from a poor family, but he was astute, bright, smart, talented, like many of you brothers who are watching this podcast that come from less than stellar beginnings. Also, there are a lot of black women that come from those less than stellar circumstances and become very great in life. And I can remember overhearing him talking one day to his mother about what he wanted to do. He had got a full ride scholarship, I believe, to Jackson State University. And he said, once I leave here, I'm not coming back the same. And once I leave, I'm never coming back the same. If I come back, I'm not going to be struggling, living in these black neighborhoods like I've been living in, amongst poverty. I'm not going to be living here, right? I'm going to be doing something different. And sure enough, he graduated. He then went on to law school. And the man is everywhere now, doing all sorts of things, taking trips to Paris, London. I mean, you see him all the time, man, and I'm very proud of him. But, you know, one thing I like about him is once he changed environments, he changed everything. You know, he wasn't coming back to the hood dealing with hood niggas. He wasn't coming back to the hood dealing with the crackheads. When he left and got on, that's what he did. He was a hard worker. But see, you also have the case of people who work hard and get out the hood or come from less than stellar circumstances, like Nicki Minaj. Now, listen, you can talk about her all you want, but I will ban anybody on this comment thread if you come on here and say Nicki Minaj is a lazy bee. Nicki Minaj is a lazy thought. Nicki Minaj is a lazy broad. She might be a thought. She might look like a broad. She might present herself that way. But one thing I'm not going to let you do is lie on her, and that is call her lazy, because she's not. You don't get $75 million by being lazy. The lady is a workaholic, and she came from what? Less than stellar circumstances, same as my boy. She worked her way up, right? You might have said, well, she slept with this person, slept with that person. Doesn't matter. You can't get to that level unless you work hard. Got talent, you work hard, and great things happen. Explosive things happen. But see, here's the difference between Nicki Minaj and my boy. My boy went on to marry somebody unlike the chicks that were in our neighborhood. He went on to do things and hang around people that were unlike the folks that were negative in our neighborhood. He went on to do greater and bigger things. And I will say this, a lot of black men who are not athletes, right, are entertainers, and I got to get on them, because a lot of entertainers and rappers end up messing with the same kind of broads, but that's another story. The educated brothers tend to not do that. They tend to acclimate wherever they are. But tell me why Nicki Minaj, with all of the people that she has met, all the sponsorships and endorsements that she's received, baby, how do you end up with somebody like Kenneth Petty? How do you end up with somebody like that? Well, somebody said, well, the brother could have changed his life, right? And he did have a manslaughter charge, first degree, in 2002. And I understand she knew him then. But brother, why are you on Instagram Live a few days ago with your gun noticeable? With your gun noticeable, where people can see it. It's not like you did that back in the day and you stopped that lifestyle. Brother, it looks like to me that you're still in that lifestyle. And so then the question becomes, why do successful sisters like Nicki Minaj, although you have been exposed to the best of things that life can get, you've been exposed to the best of people that you can be around. People will give all types of money just to be in that network, just to be able to have the phone numbers and the people that you can call right away. the luxury that you live, all of the things that you have worked hard for, how do you end up with this nigga that don't have nothing? And I'll answer it. And this is a problem that don't just affect Nicki Minaj. On a lower scale, this affects a lot of brothers that come from less than stellar circumstances and make it in hip hop, that make it in sports, that make it in some form of entertainment. It affects those brothers. James Harden and all the rest, and Allen Iverson to a certain degree and all the rest. But then it affects black women that are not like Nicki Minaj. Do you know how many black women who are lawyers, doctors, pharmacists that end up with somebody like Kenneth Petty? See, and I'm not talking about the brothers who did something and they changed their life, because I know y'all like to go in on those brothers. I respect brothers who have made a mistake, paid their debt to society, and are now doing better. My problem is with those people who are still living and promoting that lifestyle. Here's the situation. You can take the nigga out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the nigga. And see, a lot of folks think that you can't still be a nigga and still be a hard worker, or that you can't be a hood nigga and still not be about your business. See, Nicki Minaj is just that, a hood nigga. About her business, about her paper, about her money. And see, no matter what you give her, what you put around her, Nicki Minaj has all the money in the world, has all the people in the world, access to all the people in the world, and look who she still choose. Another hood rat nigga. And I got to say, she's not the only one that makes this mistake. And this is why a lot of educated lames will point to this and say, well, how do you explain that? How do you explain this? And really, there is no explanation for it if you really think about it. How do you explain it? You cannot explain it. And then if something happens, I can't believe he broke my heart. I can't believe he did this and that. I can't believe that happened. Here is the situation. All right? We have too many sisters that are dealing with brothers that they are unequally yoked. I ain't even talking about making the same amount of money, okay, because you can miss me with that. I'm talking about, baby, if you out there working hard every day, you getting up busting your ass, because we got to be honest, man. You got sisters out there that are about it when it comes to that work. I'm African-American. I'm not going to let you niggas lie on our people like that. Our people, both men and women, get their ass out and work. Some of them ghetto. Some of them hood rats, some of them hood niggas. But a lot of our people get up and work. A lot of our people are bright. The problem is, as intelligent and as great as our people are, damn, we do not know how to mate. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that what Farrakhan said? We don't know the science of mating. And then you go get with somebody that is completely not even on the same level as you. Number one, Nicki, baby, how you gonna respect this dude? Even if you retire, okay, and this nigga over here sitting around doing that, how you gonna respect him? And you notice with Nicki Minaj, I'm kind of always seeing this. She always deals with dudes that's doing less better than her. Is that just me? Think about that. She was with Meek. She was with the other dude, a Safari. All these dudes that she deal with ain't never on her level, and she always break up with them. So that means either you can't get nobody on your level or greater than you, or are you just attracted to dudes that ain't on your level because you like hood dudes, which is either or. And then you come back, and when you get, messed up or in a bad situation, now you want to complain. Here's the situation. And I tell you brothers all the time. You look at these sisters and you look at, man, I can't believe she's so nice. And she have this degree. She have that degree. She's a lawyer. She's a doctor. Man, listen, all of that potential in a sister don't mean nothing if she like thug wee. Some sisters, you got to just write them off, man. They got a lot of potential. Yes, they beautiful. Yes, they hardworking. Yes, they could be a good wife, but they not going to be a wife for you. Some of them just ain't looking for a nigga like you, brother. You ain't what tick them on. Some of them need it. And you know what? That's fine. I knew females, man, that had, listen, one female I knew went to my college, right? Bruh, gold teeth. She would have removable golds. Man, she was the perfect biology student, man. The dude that she was with could barely even read, man. The dude in and out of jail all the time. And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, how can she get with this dude? One girl was in dental. One girl was a dentist. One girl, man, I know she was there. She went to Howard. She went to Georgetown University, got a master's. The dude she was dealing with was selling dope in Virginia. In love with the guy. How you gonna switch from liking dudes like that to liking dudes that's something else? That's what I'm talking to you about in a certain degree. Nicki Minaj, this is what she choose. So that's why they keep dating Pookies and Ray Rays. Because once again, it's just in them. What did BGS call us? The imprint. Ain't no need to get mad about it. But at the same time, here you gonna hear them complaining. And that's exactly why Nicki Minaj is messing with the Pookie and Ray Ray. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment. Thank you for those who have been subscribing to us on patreon.com/Negro Manosphere, the #1 home of black male empowerment, black male media. Go ahead and subscribe to us. The Patreon link is there, patreon.com/Negro Manosphere. And the question I always ask is this: why should you support black male media? Because if we don't support it, nobody else will support it. Check out all the stuff that we have. Free ebooks. Send me your email. I'll send you all 4 of them, right? And then you have my Dr. Action comic there. $5 a month is all we asking for, right? And that is just to keep the site paid and keep all the brothers together. And again, as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.